Hi, everybody. I just had a great lesson with my foundation students. Would love to share it with you on how my lesson reflects some of the best practices for teaching reading and spelling and why I chose to structure it this way. Uh, in planning the lesson, I really wanted to make sure that it was practical, research-based, and engaging for students, especially the foundation students. So the key idea behind it is to teach both reading and spelling together, which is something that I found really effective, especially when using the forms framework. So, standing for phonology, orthography, morphology, etymology, and semantics. And this is by Shane Pearson. Check it out if you haven't already. Forms, which I've based my lesson on, teaches decoding and spelling at the same time. So the idea is that reading and spelling are two sides of the same coin. And it's really important that the students understand how to break down sounds to read, but also how to piece those sounds together to spell. The system uses something called synthetic phonics, which is a structured way of teaching letter sound relationships. The research backs up synthetic phonics as one of the most effective ways to teach early readers. So I felt like it was a great fit for my lesson, and I do think the students really enjoyed it. For this lesson, the focus is on teaching specific sounds and letter codes like O, D, J, U, while also revisiting previously learnt sounds from the weeks before. We work with blending sounds to read simple words and segmenting them to spell, which makes sure that the students are practicing both decoding and spelling together. I also use multisensory methods like the finger spelling and having the whiteboard dots above the letters to show it visually, which helps students engage in different ways, especially those who need more than just the auditory instruction. I wanted to follow Rosenshine's principles of instruction, which emphasizes on things like modeling, guided practice, and regular reviews. So the lesson starts with myself demonstrating how to decode a word, and then the students practice it together with me. I'm there to guide them through blending sounds and reading of the words. And once they've got the hang of it, they move on to independent practice. This gradual, scaffolded release of responsibility helps build their confidence. And one key part of the lesson is the daily reviews and weekly reviews, which I incorporated because the research shows that frequent review helps that information move from short-term to long-term memory. So we revisit the sounds and words that they've already learnt to keep things fresh. I also try and cater to different learning needs in this lesson. There are students grouped based on their learning abilities. Um, I also, a part of that was providing students with magnetic letters. So if they haven't got the hang of actually forming letters yet, or if they struggle with their motor fine motor skills and actually structuring the letter, they can use the magnetic letters to show me that they're still understanding that they're able to identify the grapheme and the phoneme. So those who might be struggling, they do get extra support, and the students who are moving ahead, they can be challenged with more difficult words. By using different approaches like visual and hands-on techniques, I'm hoping to engage all types of learners and keep everyone progressing at their own pace. Overall, I planned the lesson this way because forms is evidence informed, combining phonics with deeper aspects like morphology and etymology. The research shows that teaching decoding and spelling systematically gives students the solid foundation they need for reading and spelling later on. I want my students to feel confident in those skills, and I think this structured, research backed approach gives them the best shot. In a nutshell, this lesson reflects best practice by combining proven strategies like explicit instruction and synthetic phonics with regular review and differentiated instruction. The aim is to give students a strong foundation in both reading and spelling, using methods that are backed by research, but also adaptable to their individual needs. Thanks.